everyone, and welcome back. Today we're looking at the Cobra Adder. So, the Cobra Adder was first released in the United States in 1988. So, this is the first vehicle that we have from the 1988 series. This was also available in 89 and unfortunately was discontinued in 1990. So, from yojo.com, we do have some nice front views. We have a nice rear view as well, and then the top down. So looking at this reminds me very much of what we would see from, say, Russia or um like North Korea, China, something like that, where we have a machine that has nothing but just two big old missiles. So that's really what I'm taking this as. This is just a very long range. I don't know if you want to call it. A precursor to the ICBM, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, or whatever else. I did give it a long range, not quite an ICBM range to it, but I did give it a longer range as we go through. And we have a box art here with Road Pig piloting this thing and shooting a missile along the way. So, and then we get to our schematics, which is always the fun part because this is where we really get the stuff. And even though I kind of came up with stats for this, I unfortunately I wasn't thinking about going through the schematics because I think I had a pretty good view of it. But we'll see how good or bad my head canon was doing on this, and let's see where we are. Okay, so we start off with the vehicle driver control station / fire control operations. We have the dual axle rear transaxle chassis configuration, the mid course correction electronic command data link, fire control vehicle operation electromagnetic levers. We have, geez, I am having a hard time. We have something here, quick, maybe that's it, QD, quick delivery puncture proof tires. The way the Q and the D looks, it at least to my bad eyes here, um, it looks like it's one letter altogether, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck that was. So we have multifunction phase array radar computer, explosion resistant millimeter wave signature sensor, anti-tank cluster munition. So that's really what we're looking at, is anti-tank cluster munition. So I think what I need to do is I think I need to put a little extra um, oh attribute or something to our weapons here. Wire 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 uh, glide range increase, uh, planar control surfaces, white heat 2 SSM surface to surface missile, Bernard LR53 solid propellant engine, micro chloro, geesh, I can't pronounce that one, adjustment vanes. And then we have dual thrust engine exhaust system. So, kind of going through everything. So, this is supposed to be anti tank weaponry, but it's cluster munitions. So, we will have to kind of change and give it a little extra properties there. I did give it a higher weapon scale, making sure that, with a big missile like this, that it would do a little bit more damage, be a little bit more on the lethal side, whatever it hit, because I was thinking, well, either it's anti-tank, anti-ship, something along that line, but we'll go from there. So, unfortunately, we have easily broken in or lost pieces that may happen with this. The missiles for the Cobra Adder are easily lost or commonly missing. Additionally, the tabs on the missiles can break easily. This has been featured in trading cards and comics, which yojo.com did not have anything listed there. Otherwise, I would have had it down here. International releases. We had Argentina and Brazil. So here's Brazil's box art, which I know is kind of small here. It's in a different language. Same thing with Brazil here, or Argentina. Different languages there. And retail price, this went for just shy of $3. So It's not a bad price for the vehicle. It didn't come with a figure because Road Pig came separately. Um, but you know, it's another interesting small vehicle. And this is where I think Hasbro really needs to get back to basics here. We're doing the classified series, which is a wonderful series. The figures are highly posable. We have um, the scabbards, the sheaths, the holsters, all that stuff are usable. Instead of doing the real big vehicles, which are very cool, and don't get me wrong here, we need to get back down to doing some small vehicles that we can have fun with. Stuff that just don't fill up an entire shelf by themselves. That's what they really need to get down to doing. We have bigger figures, so let's get the smaller vehicles for those figures to fit into, and we can put those on a shelf, and then maybe we can get three or four on a shelf instead of just the one. So that's where I'm going with that one. All right, so bringing this into our GI Joe Star Wars galaxy here, the Cobra Adder here. Um, we have it at speeder scale, length. It's another one of those machines. I just don't know how long it's going to be. So let's put it at about 25 feet. You know, your average truck is roughly close to about 20 feet. So let's just say it's a little bit longer, especially with the missiles on there. We do have a crew of one. There's no passengers. Cargo capacity is roughly about 100 pounds is for what I have it. Cover, which I didn't change. Um, we'll put that at one half. Let's see, it's ground altitude, maneuverability. We have that at about a 2D. Move, we're going to go about 50 miles an hour. Body strength, I have that as a 2D. This is not a frontline vehicle, so I was kind of thinking we don't have a huge need to have a uh, real heavy duty chassis here. Something to support the missiles, yes, but as far as taking direct fire, not quite as much. That's my reasoning behind that. So then we get to our weapons here. So we have two missiles on here. They're front facing. I put it at Starfighter scale. Something that's really nice and big here. We can try and hopefully take down quite a bit. And it does have a fire control of 3D plus 2. So anything going down to a tank is now going to be a 5D plus 2. Or no, actually, I take that back. A tank would be a 1D plus 2. Speeder is going to be just a 0. But the damage is going to go up so much more. So we're keeping that in mind here. And when I was adjusting our range, apparently I didn't get that done. Okay, and then we have damage of 7D per missile. So let's add on here. How do we want to see this? This is a cluster munition. See, all right, cluster munition, and then let's see. How would I think the best way of really seeing that? How about for every? Should we go 10 meters out? 10 meters out. Drop damage by 1D. All right. We're going to need to get that up to a bigger size. I think we have everything else at a size 14 here. So let's get all this at 14 in our print here. So it all looks about the same. All right. So this is what we're hoping for. So when this shoots down, you're going to be able to go out 70 meters really from wherever this lands, and it's going to be doing damage. So, and then to keep in mind, well, actually, it might even be farther than that because this is Starfighter scale. So, if we're saying that it's not just Starfighter, or even down to character scale, because now it's going to be we got walker, speeder, and personnel. So that's an extra 6D added on to that. So um, goes from 70 meters to 130 meters from where this lands. You could possibly take 1D of damage. So that's going to be very lethal in a lot of regards. Being a cluster munition like that, I think that could really kind of make this thing a little on the scary side. And it gives it, a surprising different set of teeth here. The range I gave on this is 10 to 50 to 100 kilometers. So because this is a long range munition, I figured that that would be a very fitting thing. So just trying to balance everything out here, and that's really what I'm working here. Trying to make sure that we do some of this stuff in real life. We have vehicles sitting all the way in the back that are meant to just pound munitions way out there and help support everyone. And that's really what this kind of gives it the good teeth to do. Uh, yeah, it's only 2 shots, but heavens forbid anybody gets caught in that blast. It's not going to be a fun day for them. So, with that, I think we get a good taste of what this should be. As always, if what I present here is not stats that really work for you, for your campaign or whatever, please feel free to change it. That's what it's all for. It's all for the fun and getting everyone together and playing a game and making it feel like it's GI Joe. So that's the point. With that, thanks for visiting. It's always great having you stop by. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and we'll see you